So this is going to be, what I'm drawing is a rectangular based prism, and it's going to be something like this. Okay, I'm going to have, it's going to be my 6, let's say this is 5. And then, thank you. So 6 and 5, and then I'm going to have a little bit thinner. So 6 and 4, and then another 6 and 5. And then a 6 and 4, like that. Okay, so that's going to be a total length of 18 this way, by 6. Okay, and then off of one of the sides, I'm going to have, this is going to be 4, and that's going to be 5, and that's going to be 4, and that's going to be 5. Okay? So that makes this total height, 6 plus 4, is going to be 14. So I'm looking for a rectangle that's going to be 18 by 14, right? But really I'm looking for, 18 long, 6 high. So let's do that. So 18 centimeters long. That is 18 long. So I use my edge of my ruler as my straight edge. Okay, and there's my length of 18. Okay, so there's my 5. And here's my 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then my next 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. And then my next 4. Okay, and 14 plus 4 is 18. So there's my 5, my 4, my 5, and my 4. Okay, so now I want to make a right angle off of here. I'm just going to use the edge of the paper because it's really, it's 90 degrees. So I'm just going to mark that here. And I'm going to make a line to that point. I don't think you can see that point. Yeah, right here. Okay, so I'm just going to use the edge of my ruler to draw a line coming off of here. All the way down to here. Okay. Now the length that I need is 6 centimeters. So here's my 6 centimeters. So here's my 6. Okay. Then I can do the same thing at the other end. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put one edge of the paper along my line and then mark somewhere down here. Just a little mark. And that's going to be my other right angle. So I know this is 90 degrees. And here's my other line. Okay, so I'm going to come down to my 6 centimeters. So there's my 6. Okay, and now I can just mark my line. And we're starting with 5 centimeters.
Can I have an X-Acto blade, please?
I don't have one handy. 5 centimeters, but we have scissors. 5 centimeters, then 4 centimeters,
No.
then 5 centimeters, which brings us to 14.
Let me just see what I need. The handy dandy.
Okay. So I'm going to make my 4 side right here. And my 4 side on the other
So I just
side,
cut off the triangle?
like that. And I'm going to do the same thing here.
Yeah.
So do we just cut around the triangle?
Okay, and so from here to here is my 5.
Trying so hard. Not press this up.
From what?
What are you guys looking at? A picture we got when she was little. She looks so cute. Is this Rudy? There's a picture of you and Sky and someone else on the portal.
When?
It's her younger sister. It's really cute. Sky's younger sister.
Sky doesn't have a younger sister,
She has
as far as I know.
she has a twin brother.
Unless she's been secretly.
Twin brother.
She does not have a twin brother.
No?
want to cut this out now. Can everyone pay attention? All right, so my first cutting, I want to get pretty close to where I'm going to go, but okay, very precisely, take your time. All right, I'm going to, using my scissors, I'm going to cut along this line. I'm using the scissors kind of like a knife, but don't cut all the way through. Okay, if you don't have scissors, you can use any sharp object, right? You can use like a butter knife even, but you don't want to cut all the way through. These are in fact too sharp for what I'm doing. So I'm kind of using the back of the scissors, and I'm just scoring the shape. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of denting the paper with the scissors, the cardboard with the scissors. Can everyone see this? Okay. So you do that a few times. You can use the back of an X-Acto blade, like not the sharp end, but the dull end. Or you can use a dull knife. Okay, but once you've scored your paper, then you can fold it properly, or cardboard, you can fold it properly. Okay, so now I can fold, see it folds precisely along where I've scored it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that to all my sides.
It's so cool.
Of course it's cool. Then I want to tape it. And if you've done it properly, everything matches up exactly. Okay, you see that?
It's so cool.
Okay, to tape it, I believe in small pieces of tape, but many of them. So I'm going to slice and dice a whole bunch of little tiny pieces of tape like this. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
So I'm just going to cut like a whole bunch of little pieces of tape like that. Whoops, that one didn't cut very well. So just these little strips of tape. That one didn't cut very well. That one did. This one is practically perfect. The best piece of tape ever. That's a keeper. We're going to keep that one. Okay, so I have all of this paper, all of this tape, and now I want to tape up my box. So I'm going to start with one little piece of tape here. And I'm very carefully going to line up my corners and then tape it with one little tiny piece of tape. And you're probably thinking, why just one? Well, I'm actually going to use a whole bunch of them. But I'm starting with one because you have to start somewhere. Okay, there's two. And there's a third little piece of tape. And it's actually quite strong by using many, many little pieces of tape. And if you make a mistake with one little piece of tape, you can take it off. If you make a mistake with one big piece of tape, it tends to ruin your project. Okay, my next thing is I'm going to bend this over, and I'm noticing some small errors. Ladies, look here. You can see that it doesn't quite meet up at this corner here. So somewhere I've made a slight error. Now this is where the little pieces of tape come in handy, because we can hide that error by bending this in a little bit, just a little bit, and putting the tape down. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same to this side. And I'm going to put some tape here as well. Okay, and some tape here. Okay, and some tape. So I'm just taping the edges many times. I'm going to continue on making little pieces of tape. But I firmly believe in using lots of little tiny strips of tape instead of using, like one big huge piece. Because any little mistakes you can totally hide with the tape.
It looks perfect.
It's not, but it certainly looks perfect.
It's not?
No, I made small little errors. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the tape.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Isn't it? Okay, and that's, ladies, here's your rectangular based prism. The only thing I have to do now is I would have to put on the, I would have to label each side and calculate the area of each side, of each face. Does everybody understand? Everybody agrees? Everybody's on board? Have a good day.
Mr.